What is going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, wait a couple minutes for a few people to jump on board. Make sure I am online. Make sure to, as always, shoot me a little message. Let me know that you're here. Wait for a couple people to jump online. Yes, sir. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. We're already we're already a third of the way through the month. Isn't that crazy? Am I online? Looks like I am. Guys, if you can see me, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you let me know in the comments below that you can hear me okay. There we go. What's going on, Bent Iron Bins? Let me know where you're from, if you don't mind. Shout out to your company name. No need to check my phone anymore. I can see I'm on. So this software I got is kind of tricky, man. So I apologize if every time I ask, it's not a way to trick you in the commenting. It's just I really don't know sometimes if I'm on or not. It literally says I have 0 people, but looks like there's some people in the group. So, what is up, everybody? Wednesday, golly, the 10th. We're already halfway through the month almost. Shit, I'm still back in Thanksgiving almost. Like I'm still enjoying the holidays. But Bent Iron, what is up, man? JJ Erickson from Illinois. Heard you guys got some snow. At least my family members did up in Wisconsin. They got about 4 inches or so. I think they were told they were going to get a lot more snow, and then it ended up only being 4 inches. The good thing about up there, man, is that they say 4 inches, and down here we'd be shut down for a month with 4 inches up there. The roads were cleared, ready to go this morning. So I think it snowed yesterday afternoon. My brother-in-law sent me some video of some accidents on the freeway, and all kinds of stuff. And today they're just back to normal, like it didn't even happen. All the snow's on the side. Over here, we'd be shut down. We're expecting a cold winter storm on Monday. I think they said. So we're gonna see. I think it's gonna be down to like 13 degrees or something here. If you're local, somebody, Andrew, what's up, brother? From Dallas. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So not looking forward to the ice storms here. I mean, so selfish um, point here, but when it does get cold here, and when we do get ice storms, we're pretty busy. Usually, a lot of the water pipes freeze, and yeah, because of that, we do a lot of like flooding. Contractors call us for wet drywall, carpet removal, and things like that. So when it does freeze, it is kind of good for business. I'll be honest. Kind of like when it storms a lot too. So I think we'll see how it turns out on Monday. But we don't want it to freeze too much because we literally shut down like a half an inch of ice because we don't salt any roads here. They don't even prepare. They put some I don't know what they put. If you're here local, they put some sort of powder down. It's supposed to help. It doesn't help nothing. Salt is the only thing that really helps the snow and the ice. And yeah, apparently we're against ice or snow down here. I'm sorry, we're against salt down here. Just one of those days. It's been a long day. Anyways, let's talk a little bit. So who else we got here? Andrew again, Bent Iron, Pedro Hernandez. What's up, brother, from Memphis, Tennessee? I will be in Nashville, Tennessee, January 29th, February 1st and 2nd. I will be in Nashville, Tennessee at the DRS Con. Talked about it a little bit last week. Dumpster Rental Systems Convention in Nashville, right in downtown Nashville. So that's going to be. I've been there before. Nashville is a funny place, man. Nashville is super cool, music capital of the world. every time I've been there, it's been for the limo industry. So it always amazes me to see like the party buses that they literally chop off, and they do like convertible school buses with people hanging out the windows and out the tops, just driving down the street. It's amazing that the city allows that kind of stuff. I mean, just drunk off their behinds, and open top party buses. It's insane. So kind of funny. But I love Nashville. Nashville's been pretty cool. I actually went to a Nashville Predators game one time too, so that was kind of neat. Um, Very big hockey town. Who else do we got? JJ Erickson's, yeah, we got exactly 4 just twice in 3 days, and more coming on Saturday. So on the news today, they were talking about something about this winter storm coming down here, and they said they couldn't even show us the winter storm yet, or the front, because it was in Russia. I've never even heard that before, but that was kind of interesting. So obviously we know where it comes. I mean, whatever. Anyways, I'm no meteorologist, but I thought it was kind of funny for him to say it. Um, so we got some ice and cold coming on Monday for sure. Alley Cats from Eastern Illinois. And Daniel Lopez, Mesquite still a franchise? Absolutely. Mesquite is doing their own. Yeah, Mesquite's doing all. All right, so the city of Mesquite's, they enforce it big time. And then they did kick out Republic. I actually have a buddy who worked for Republic. Now he works for Frontier as a front end loader. Actually used to drive for me as a limo driver too. But yeah, Mesquite took over the entire city. They took it upon themselves. So they are running their own trucks and their own dumpsters. And they're dumping. I saw them today at Skyline. Literally, I just saw them today at Skyline. Brand new cans, brand new trucks. Just a small little placard says Mesquite on the side of it. But yeah, they're dumping at Skyline. So I thought that was interesting. So Republic lost that contract. Look, and my buddy who's working for Republic, the guy's making over $115,000 a year regular salary with a little bit of overtime. But I mean, if he puts in a lot of overtime, I think he can put in almost like 125. I want to say he works for Frontier. Like I said, it was one of the green ones. It's Frontier, and there's another one that's green. I forgot. Fusion. I think he's working for Frontier. But as a front end loader, now obviously the guy starts work at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and he's done by like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Sometimes it goes a little bit later, but it pays pretty damn good. Class B CDL, and $100,000 a year. So, anyways, guys, while you're here, before I go ahead and get started, I am literally, let me see, make sure it didn't change. I am literally 15 people away. Let's see if you can see that. No. Nope, you can't see it. You can trust me, though. I am literally 15 subscribers away from hitting 15,000 subs. First of all, that's insane. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being like super supportive of the channel, always coming on here and supporting me. Absolutely appreciate you guys. If you could do me one more favor, though, if you would not mind, if you can make sure you hit that like button like 50 times. And if you want to share the channel, I would love you forever. No homo. Okay, sorry, that just kind of came out. Me and my buddy always say that. Anyways, I would really appreciate it if you guys can. And you can't even say that nowadays. My bad. That's like offensive to some people apparently. But if you're offended, go watch Mr. Beast or something. Anyways, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about what I see more and more of right now. And actually, I got a couple text messages about it over the last couple days. Today, I got one again about all this equipment being up for sale. About so much equipment being up for sale. And I mean, we all know why. Apparently, I'm getting canceled. My name is not Matt Rife. Poor guy. I wish I was Matt Rife. That dude's rolling. My wife and I actually went to go see Matt Rife a month ago. Pretty cool show. But if I get canceled, that's okay. That's okay. But no, there's a lot of equipment being posted up for sale. There is. It's insane how much equipment is up there for sale, and it just kind of goes to show several things, right? In my opinion, Some people are just moving on. Some people are just literally moving on. It just so happens that they're either moving on to something bigger and better, that they are upgrading to something else. It's not always negative. It's not always a negative thing behind it. They're going out of business or something like that. But on that same token, there have been 3 guys here locally alone that I know of personally that have shut down. They've thrown in the towel. Now, I don't mean they quit. One guy wanted to focus more on his personal life. Another guy ended up moving out of state. Another guy just couldn't do it anymore. It was more of a part-time side hustle for him. He had a full-time job, and he was trying to juggle it, and it just didn't work out for him. He couldn't keep up with it. And I don't mean to put anybody else's business out there. That's not what I'm here to do. It's just facts. It is what it is. And the thing is, obviously, we're going to see this every single winter. I guarantee you, we will be a year from now, and I will be, doing a video on it next year. Because guys don't understand that this is a seasonal business. And by that, I mean it definitely drops in the wintertime. And for those of you guys up north, I'm sure you feel it even more than we do. I mean, we're in Texas. Today was 65 degrees out. It was nice. It started off at like 30 in the morning. But 65 degrees out in the warmest part of the day. And then, obviously when the sun goes down, it gets colder again. But we still have good days. But even with that, there's people that just don't want to be out there. Roofers aren't doing that many roof jobs right now. Contractors just aren't doing that many contractor jobs. So it is what it is. It is a seasonal business. I don't care where you are, what part of the country, north or south. It is what it is. So I think a lot of guys just aren't prepared. We've talked about this numerous times. We talked about it a few weeks ago in my live about the dumpster business is dead. So a lot of guys, they're not able to. Unfortunately, they just can't weather the storm. No pun intended, but they just can't weather the storm and cash flow issues, personal life issues, all that stuff. So yeah, lots of equipment is going up for sale. It's kind of a gold rush, if you will. Opposite of what it was a year or two ago, or I would say a year ago, where just everything was just super expensive, way more than what it should cost. I think after this downturn, I guess you can say, after this downturn in season, or this low season, once things start picking up, I really believe it's going to start evening out. I think that the prices are going to come back to normal. Hopefully, interest rates are going to keep coming down, and things are just start to kind of normalize themselves out a little bit. It's been 2 or 3 years of kind of really 4 years now of uncertainty, really rocky times. So I think right now after this, it's going to really even itself out. Just my opinion. I think that we're still going to find another wave of this next season, next winter again. A lot of guys just aren't expecting it. They either, things are hot and heavy in the summertime. Things are really good. They're making good money. They go out, they buy more equipment. They overextend themselves. And then next thing you know, it comes wintertime. It comes time to cash in on all the nuts that you saved throughout the entire summer. And there are none because they wasted them all. They spent it all on new equipment, on toys, and on things they probably shouldn't have, to be honest with you, because we all do it. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not pointing fingers. And then next thing you know, they don't have enough to pay the bills, or money starts getting really tight and they got to sell off some equipment. It's just facts, and it's going to happen again next year. Now, the guys who will win are the guys who take advantage of it in the downturns, right? Same thing as when the economy goes down, right? The guys who win are the guys who invest their money, buy stocks, buy Bitcoin. I saw Bitcoin really took off today. Now's not the time to buy Bitcoin, right? The time to buy Bitcoin was a month ago, or 2 months ago, or a year ago when it really tanked. If you buy Bitcoin now, you're just riding the wave, and it's really not sure. It's the same thing with cans, or in the business, that if you buy things at the wrong time, you're just kind of riding a wave, and you don't know if you're going to make out or not. Right now, in my opinion, is good time to buy equipment, because when the spring comes and it's going to take off, you're going to be paying full price when you could have paid at a discount probably right now. Just my 2 cents. Take it for what it's worth. I don't know. A lot of it, like I said, obviously just cash flow issues. Other things that obviously it can be is entry barrier misconceptions or oversaturation. Let's be honest. Look, lots of towns, lots of cities have a ton of options when it comes to dumpster rentals. Um, and I'm gonna say it right here in the live because there's only 32 of you guys. I don't really care. But at the end of the day, look, that's one of my main reasons why I went big truck, because everybody and their mom has a 15 yard, whether it be a 15-yard dumpster, roll off, dump trailer, cargo trailer, whatever. Everyone's got one. Don't get me wrong, they're still popular. You can still rent one. But there's a lot more roll off trailers out there. Maybe just because I'm in the business now and I see it a lot more. But there's a lot more than I feel like when I started, which was only 3 years ago. And it's just saturated. It really is saturated. However, that's why I went big truck, because there's a lot less big trucks. The barrier to entry is a lot higher when it comes to the big trucks than there is the small stuff, the roll off trucks. Look, or the roll off trailers. All you need to get into business is a cargo trailer. Okay, be honest. As a side hustle, all you need to get into a somewhat of a decent little business is a roll off trailer. Roll off trailer, 10 cans, you can easily make 100, 150,000, 200, or whatever a year. Okay. Anybody could do that with a $30,000 investment on the trailer and a couple cans. So the barrier to entry is a lot lower. So I went and I got a bigger truck. It costs more money. Not saying this is what you should do, but I'm just giving you my train of thought as to what it was. It was too big in my market, in my area. Too many people rolling with 15s, 20s. Competition was really high. Lots of people giving it away for pennies on a dollar. Not saying it's not like that in the 30-yard or 40-yard business, but it's a little bit less. But in 30s, you've got trucks that cost a lot more money. You've got cans that cost more money. You've got to have a CDL driver. You've got to have DOT. It's regulated, right? Dumpsters are not regulated, right? Most places, at least not here, it's not regulated in Texas. But when you go DOT, you're regulated. You've got to follow all the guidelines. You've got to have the proper insurance. You can't be rolling around anymore on your mom's, pickup truck insurance or your dad's pickup truck insurance, Progressive or whatever it is, Geico. You've got to have commercial insurance to have a DOT number. So the barrier to entry is a lot higher, which would mean, ideally, that there's less competition. And we'll still wait. I still have to wait to see if that's true or not, because honestly, my 10-yard or my 30-yard dumpsters, my big truck, is not really going out full time. It's kind of part time right now. It's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes I have, 2 or 3 30s at the yard, and then sometimes I have 8 or 9 at the yard. So I've only got one out sometimes. So we'll see what it's like in the springtime. I've yet to go through a busy season with the 30s and the big truck, but I am, if I'm a betting man, I would definitely guess that it's going to be pretty busy come springtime for my 30s. And possibly I want to get 40s. So I think it's going to be time for me to get at least 2 or 3 40s. I want to have about 5 to 10% of my inventory as far as 30 yards for my truck, 5 to 10% of that to be 40s as well. So if I have 20, right now I only have 10, but if I have later on, 20 dumpsters, 2 to 3, 2 to 3 40s would be good. So anyways, let's go look at some of the comments. Let me know what you guys think, man, in the comments, please. Let me know what you guys think and what you guys are seeing in your area. I'm curious to know what you guys are seeing, because a lot of guys are just kind of put it out there. You got to look at your marketplace. You look at the for sale pages. It's just flooded with inventory. It's flooded with trucks. Back when, again, a year ago, a $50,000 truck, they're trying to sell it for 90, and they got it because inventory was so low. Now you see like 5, 10, 15 different types of trucks out there that you can pick up. There was a good one, a really nice Hino posted for sale. I think it was white. I think it was in Canada though. But it was a white Hino 2019, I want to say, for like $80,000. It was a very nice truck, hook lift. So the prices are coming down. I'm not saying that's reasonable, but it's a pretty good price. Let's see here. Maxco. I clicked on his link and I almost banned you. My bad. It said ban Maxco. That would not be good. What's up, Joe? How do I get your comment on here? Hey, I forgot I could do that. I want a Maxco banner in the background. I'm unsubscribing and you'll need 16 people. I'll need 16 people for what? Yeah, that is a Maxco. Look, that's Maxco colors right there. So Green Bay, if you don't know, Green Bay, in the 15 years, 16 years that I've lived here in Texas, the Packers have only come down here a handful of times and played in Green Bay. Probably, well, obviously they played in the Super Bowl. I couldn't afford to go to that one. But the Packers have been down here probably 3 times. One of them was obviously a playoff game, the big playoff game where Dez did not catch the ball. And then at least 1 or 2 other times. That's it. I've gone to every single game, and I will be at Sunday's game versus the Cowboys, the playoff game. It's gonna be badass. I'm looking forward to it. So, who else we got here? Good value in equipment when they go out of business. I have purchased 6 cans. You know, it's true. I only bought one from somebody who was going out of business, and I have 31 dumpsters. But yeah, I mean, it's a good opportunity, good timing to buy equipment right now. It really is. And I, you can't feel bad. It's business. You're really helping them out, and they're helping you out at the end of the day. It's survival of the fittest. If you have it, and they need it, then it's a good fit. But yeah, good point. Andrew said he would pay to see Maxco's banner in my office. This isn't even my office. I don't even have an office anymore. This is technically our movie room / game room that we actually what do you call it? We put it under construction last year, or actually just the beginning of this year. No, beginning of 2023. I had a buddy of mine start, and I did a lot of work on it as well. But it was literally just an attic, a pull down ladder attic, and now we did a full staircase, storage room, and a movie room. So we added like 600 square feet to the house, which is really worth it. But in all honesty, you'll never see Joe's banner in my background. Sorry, Joe. Sorry to break it to you, man. You can go ahead and unsubscribe. Let's see here. JJ says no toys. Too busy buying cheap used dumpsters. Man, so JJ, first of all, where are you from? Company name, and I mean, what kind of prices are you guys seeing? Are you seeing, there was, again, a year ago, people were selling used dumpsters for the same price as new. It's ridiculous. Places like Keystone can literally get new dumpsters out in 3 weeks right now. I think 3 to 4 weeks. Don't quote me on that, but they can get you probably a new dumpster in probably less than a month for sure. And there's no point in, you can't price yourself equal to a new dumpster. There's no way. So I'd like to know what kind of prices you guys are seeing. Bulls versus Bears. I don't know. Good vibes. Let's see. If it's slow, I just start building more bins, but I'm old and tired, so it gets harder every year. Man, every day I say to myself, I can feel my age a little bit sometimes. Today alone, I was trying to work on an app, with an app, and trying to log in and do all kinds of stuff. I'm like, man, I just feel older every day. But no, for real. So if I'm slow, what I'm doing, honestly, is I'm doing maintenance on my trucks. Literally greased all the trucks the other day, or both trucks. Greased the dumpsters. I've got one dumpster that needs weld that I'm getting taken to Keystone tomorrow. And I've taken on a pretty, for me, big job at my house doing a French drain. Joe saw it. I sent him a video on it. But I'm doing this French drain at the house because, again, I got time. So, better than doing it at the yard. The yard's still a swamp, so I'm waiting for it to dry out. We'll see if it's, stops raining anytime soon. But, I saw the other day a trailer. There's a trailer, a Cam Concepts trailer, used. Gorgeous looking trailer, $30,000. Now, barely used. I don't think it was even used maybe, for a month or two. Like new. That might be a little bit higher than what, we're used to when we look at like Lone Stars or Max D's or something like that. But it's a really good trailer, in my opinion. So you're seeing deals like that. To me, that's a deal. You're seeing deals like that pop up on the market every single day. High speed, do not egg Joe on. He doesn't need anybody else to egg him on. Matter of fact, I might hit that ban button on Joe. Where is that ban button? JJ says he went tandem as well. There are lots of small haulers. I'm now not turning hardly any jobs away because I have the capability to haul heavy. So that's another thing, JJ. Good point. I see all the time, people are posting their weight tickets and they're saying, oh, these guys, threw in some dirt or some concrete or some shingles. Somebody posted a weight ticket the other day on Dumpster Rentals 101 of the shingles that it was too heavy for. Or his trailer hauled it, but he barely made it to the landfill. I don't know if you guys remember who I'm talking about if you're on the Dumpster Rentals 101 page, but he barely made it to the landfill. And I just thought to myself, man, I love heavy dumpsters now because it means more money in my pocket at the end of the day. I have yet to find a dumpster that I haven't been able to haul. Again, my truck does, my hook is rated for 50,000 pounds. I don't think the truck would take a whole 50,000 pounds, but the hook is rated for 50,000. And man, I haven't had it. I've had a 30-yard almost pretty much a foot down from the top full of dirt. And the truck did do a little bit of a wheelie, but it still hauled it just fine. Not saying that's okay, but it hauled it just fine. I don't know what it weighed because I took the dirt back to the yard. But that was probably the heaviest. Normally, I wouldn't tell them to do a full 30 or, fill it up. I probably won't in the future. I'll probably tell them 3/4 of the way. But shingles, all day. I'll do concrete jobs. I did a concrete one the other day in a 15-yard, no problem. I love it. So, again, one of the other reasons why you go bigger is because you don't have to worry about that. I don't ever go to a job and wonder if I'm going to be able to pick it up because no matter what it is, for the most part, I'll be able to pick it up. Now, if they fill it 100% with dirt and concrete or something like that, then we might have a problem. But I should know that before I even get there, what they're putting in there. So, more money, less competition because less people can actually do that kind of job, and more profit. At the end of the day, that's what's most important is more profit. I'm not trying to steer anybody. Let me get this straight, though. I am not trying to steer anybody into going tandem. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say, look what has less profit or less competition in your area, and try to go that route. If you see dumpsters aren't working for you too well, or again it's slow, and you want to do other jobs, other things, rock delivery, whatever we were talking about a couple weeks ago, things like that, try it out. And your customers will be the ones that tell you what void you need to fill in your community. Not you. It's not what you or I think. It's what the customers need. And 9 times out of 10, they will steer you in the direction of where to fill in the void. When I owned a limo company, everybody had regular Lincoln Town cars. Everybody had just regular cars, regular stretch limos. And everybody would, people would call me up and they'd say, do you have this type of limo? Do you have something different, something special? Do you have a Chrysler 300 at the time that was unheard of? Do you have a pink limo? And nobody wanted to go out and spend, $100,000 or $75,000 on a limo and paint it pink, right? But we did. And that's what kind of made a name for us. Same thing in this kind of industry. I've tried multiple different things. I've tried rock delivery. I've tried other I've tried junk removal. That just wasn't for me. Number one, because I didn't get that many calls for it. But when I did just one small job, and to me, it really wasn't worth it. But never really promoted it. Never really got very many calls for it. If I start getting calls for it, absolutely. I'll probably start thinking about doing that. But my customers dictate which route my business is going to go. If I get more calls for 30s, then I'm going to go more 30s. If I get more calls for 15s, then I'll probably not do 30s anymore and just buy more 15s. You've got to let the data speak for itself. You've got to really listen to your customer base and figure out exactly what they want or what they need in the community. And then, you go fill it. You go fix it or do it. Pedro says he did catch the ball. Well, you know what? History says different, Pedro. My bad, brother. These hands, apparently his hands did not catch the ball, and so we got the playoff win. Then there was another game after that. I believe that was another playoff game too that me and my wife were at, and it was like 31-31 right at the end until the last second. We kicked a field goal, and boy, those Cowboy fans were mad. They were mad, man. You know, they were drunk. They thought they were going to win the whole game. We them boys, we them boys. And then they weren't them boys. And then, and then, so me and my wife really took off pretty damn quick out of there because we were all geared up in Packer stuff. So, you know, Cowboy fans are not nice at all. Lots of fights at Cowboy Stadium games all the time. Anyways, we're not here to talk about Cowboys, but nobody's here to talk about Cowboys. I am 15 away. Yeah, I am 15 away from 15K. Let me see. Did you guys do your job? Did you guys share this video? Did I get a couple more subscribers at least during this this video? Nope. 1985. Y'all killing me. 1985. I am 15 away from 15K subscribers. That is. All right. 16-foot, 15-yard dumpsters. 38.95. 20-yard dumpsters. 44.95. What is this? High speed. Is this what you're paying? 38.95 for 15 yards. Sounds about right. 20 yards. Yeah, that sounds about right. I would hope those are new. Bulls versus Bears. Oh, okay. I was thinking teams. I'm like, well, you're talking about a basketball team and a football team, so I wasn't exactly sure. But yeah, absolutely. Intro, my bad. Copy and paste. Sorry, prices locally are 16-foot, 15-yard, 38.95, 20 yards from Lewis Steelworks in Rennes. Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. Those sounds about right for new dumpsters. Sounds like they've gone down a little bit. You tell me. I know price of steel has come down a little bit. Not sure how much lately. I haven't checked with Keystone recently on prices, but like I said, I really want to get into 40, so it'll be interesting to see what a 40-yard would run me. You know, when you go 40s, I think, yeah, it gets a lot heavier. Just about a 20-yard and 25-yard for 18,000. Anthony, 80E dumpsters from Tacoma, Washington. Still waiting for them to arrive 5 months later. Oh, crap. So you bought a 20 and a 25. So 2 dumpsters for 18,000? It sounds a little expensive. Let me know if that's correct, ADE. I want to know, Anthony, let me know if that's correct. You paid 18 grand for 2 dumpsters? Bullish market and bearish market. Yeah, so bullish, spend more, right? Bearish, it's going down into a lot of things, but not Bitcoin. So, funny thing, I actually invested in Bitcoin back in 2007, I want to say, right before we moved to Texas. I think I put in about $750 into Bitcoin. And the day we moved, we hit just over $1,000, and I thought I had won the damn lottery, so I cashed out my $1,000. Had I left that $1,000 in Bitcoin, yeah, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you guys right now. Probably be on the beach somewhere. That was 2007. Man, I also rode the Dogecoin. For those of you guys that don't believe me, let me know. I will send you screenshots. I rode the Dogecoin wave. And the night that Elon Musk, and if you guys are bored, let me know. But the night that Elon Musk went on to Saturday Night Live, everybody was like, it's going to hit $1. It's going to hit $1. It's going to hit $1. I bought Dogecoin for about 8 to 9 cents on average. And yeah, I had over 6 figures on about $10,000 worth of that I spent. And it tanked, and I'm still sitting on it. I never sold it. You don't lose money unless you sell. So I never sold it. But I had so much money in there that I could have just cashed out. And he went on to Saturday Night Live, and he didn't say one word about Dogecoin. And that night, it tanked. And I kept saying, well, it'll go back up. It'll go back up. And it's right back down to about 8 cents again right now. So I'm about broken even. So we win some, we lose some. Who else we got? J&D Dumpsters and Junk Removal. What is up? Again, JJ. I have Keystone Dumpsters. I paid $2,200 for 30-yard out of Georgia. We met at DRSCon last year, and I will see you again at this one. You paid $2,200 for 30-yard? That's pretty damn good. That's really good. I paid, let's see, I just paid, what did I pay? I paid $3,000 for a 20-yard used. But it was only a few months old, literally 3 months old. It was a Keystone, and the guy actually had him built his cans identical to mine. So they were the same red, local guy, same red, everything. It looked just like mine, actually. And he had the dual hook, so the hook, the cable, and the hook. And actually, he had contracted me out to do a job, and I got there with a 30-yard, and there was a red 20-yard. I hadn't seen him before. I didn't even know he had done that. And I looked at the can. I'm like, is that one of mine? Like, I had no idea if it was one of mine or not. I didn't have my numbers on it. Didn't have my stickers on it. But I was like, what in the world? And I found out he had copied. Not copied, but he had asked him for the same exact setup I have. So it was easy for me to buy his cans because I didn't have to paint them or do anything to them. They look just like mine. But $2,200 for 30-yard, hell of a deal. Now, I know Lou Canino, good friend of mine. Actually, I just talked to him a little bit today again. I know Lou Canino, CFL Dumpsters out of Florida. He used to, I don't know what he does. He's not buying anything lately or hasn't bought anything recently, but he would buy used cans on a regular basis, and that's how he grew his dumpster fleet or his number of dumpsters. And if they came all rusted or whatever, he would definitely get them all welded up, repaint them or paint them black, and throw them on the road. So good business plan. He actually had a guy that would refurbish the dumpsters for him. So always contacted him, let him know when he had dumpsters, and he would pay about $3,000, give or take, for 30s. New to him. So you get what you pay. So look, but you gotta look, and you've got to be ready to and willing to make that jump and make that investment when somebody else is willing to sell. Because again, we've got to ride the wave, and right now people are looking to get out. They're looking to get out of their business. They're looking to get out of their equipment. They're looking to make quick cash to pay their bills or whatever. And I'm not saying take advantage of it, but again, you're helping them out. They're helping you out. Buy the equipment when you can now or next season. Know this for next winter, that next winter you're going to see the same wave of people, same scenario of people trying to get out from under their equipment because they rode the really good wave during the summertime. They went out, they over-leveraged themselves, they bought too many dumpsters, they bought too much equipment, they financed too many things that they couldn't afford, and then come wintertime, they realize the money's not rolling in like it did. They can't pay their bills, and they're just going to move on to the next thing. So it may sound bad, but we do have to take advantage of those situations and those times for our business. You don't have to, but if you don't, somebody else will. The next guy will. So if you're looking to sell a hook lift, let me know. Actually, again, and I'm going to put it out there again, if anybody's looking to sell in a DFW area that has a roll-off company, I am still looking to buy one and then attach a whole company. So, but the numbers have to make sense. 30 or more cans, 1 or to 3 trucks, give or take. Always looking to grow that way. They always say the fastest way to growth is through acquisition, and I've said it numerous times on the channel before. There's nothing wrong with that either. So hopefully you can double your customer base overnight. Customer knows what they want. We have to adapt. Absolutely. Again, you've got to let your customer speak for you. You've got to let your customers kind of dictate which direction you run your business. What is up, Daniel, with the popcorn, man? I hope it's buttered. Butter popcorn is always good. I've got some little snacks over here, some little peanut mix. But Daniel, what is going on? Daniel will also be at DRSCon. Going back real quick, Daniel will also be at DRSCon this end of this month in Nashville. So we're gonna do some pretty hardcore Nashville country bar hopping. Maybe. But it's got to end before 9 o'clock. Joe probably wants to stay up all night because he's young. I don't know. Joe, you need to go out to Nashville if you're not going. I need to come on out. But, I'll probably be in bed by 9 o'clock, just letting you know. High Speed said he just showed his wife the Ram 2500 limo. It's a badass truck. Let me be honest with you. So I built that truck. I had it custom. I didn't build it. I had it custom built in California. My limo builder over there, Jet Door. I said I wanted to do something different. I got an 8. I got a tradesman with an 8. I ordered one, a tradesman with an 8-foot bed. And I told my limo builder, I said, man, can we put a doorway from inside to the bed? He said, yes. I said, let's do it. Let's put a glass doorway from inside the truck to the bed, and I want the bed to be its own little separate limo. So the bed of the truck has a bench, marine grade bench, seating, bar, its own sound system, its own very, very loud sound system, and it's got like Nerf bars on the bed to it's almost like a Jeep for protection. It's got seatbelts in the bed. You can technically drive on it on the road, but we don't do that. It's more for tailgating, quinceañeras, proms, photo ops, stuff like that. But it's a badass truck. I love that truck, and it's literally just sitting there. It's been sitting since COVID, and then since I sold the business, it didn't go over with a sale, so I kept it, and now it's just sitting. So it's time for it to find a new home. It also made it on the Tiger. It made it on the national news when Tiger King was going to be pardoned by Donald Trump. If those of you guys don't know, I still have. He's talking about a Ram limo that I had stretched, and I still have it, and it's for sale right now, and I have it on my Facebook page. But when Tiger King was supposed to be pardoned by Donald Trump, or at least it was rumored that he was going to be pardoned, we were hired to sit outside for 24 hours straight, just in case he got pardoned. Because if he did, Joe Exotic was going to come out of prison and ride the limo off to the sunset with his boyfriend, or whatever it is, in the limo. So we made national news in that Ram all over the place. It was pretty cool. Lots of attention on that Ram, but I haven't been able to sell it because it's a hard sale. It's very unique, and lots of guys are scared of unique. Again, differentiate yourself from your competition. That's it. Be different. Offer something different. Offer a different service. Be somewhere where they're not. That's the secret to business. Is just offer something more than the next guy. And whether that be just excellent customer service, whether that be better equipment, even if you don't, if you got older equipment, it doesn't have to be newer. It could be cleaner. It could be nicer. It could be better maintained. But you've got to be better than your competition. You've got to be different. Because if all you're doing is trying to emulate or copy somebody else, you're just second best. And Trail Pride says, only junk removal I do are full cleanouts, 220 max. Ends up being 1,300. Ends up being 1,300 dumpsters. I would love to do like a demo job, like a down here obviously lots of mobile homes, a mobile home demo job, a fire demo job, or something like that. I played with an excavator yesterday all day, a mini excavator, digging for a French drain at my house. First time I've ever operated anything more than a tractor. And even when I got my tractor, I'd never even driven a tractor with a bucket before, and that was kind of fun. But the Mini X was a lot of fun. So I would love to, obviously I don't have experience doing it, but I would love to just tear down something. I mean, I would do that kind of job for sure. But again, I haven't gotten very many calls on that. A buddy of mine locally here, Little Big Dump, he does dumpsters, or he had dumpsters, and got a big truck, got the 30s, and somehow he's gone away from just renting dumpsters for the most part. He does it here and there, but he does almost all demo jobs, and it's just it's all he does, and he's literally local to me. So somehow he was getting those calls. I wasn't. I'm going towards the dumpster route, and he's going the demo route, and he's also has some pretty good equipment. So he's got a big excavator. He's got skid steers. He's got equipment from a previous company he had. So obviously he's putting it to good use. I don't have that kind of equipment. So for me to go out and advertise, I'd have to rent the equipment. My cost is going to be my profit's going to be a lot less. And it's just going to cost me more at the end of the day to do it than it would for him. So use what you got too. High Speed says, how do I live in Dallas and am a Green Bay fan? Good question. that just proves to me that you're not a true big follower of the channel yet. But I moved here from Wisconsin in 2007. So I lived in Wisconsin 2000 up until 2007. Born and raised. Lived a little bit in Florida, but went back to Wisconsin. So Green Bay has been my whole. I mean, Brett Favre, all that stuff has been my whole life. I love Green Bay. Love my pack. So, and even though Dallas, when they would win, was good for business, right, in the limo industry, because when they would win, we get more games, we get playoff games, and when they win, people spend more money. They booked more limos, but I still had to root for my Packers for sure. You asked what we're paying a few minutes ago. Yeah, they're new prices. And Terrell says for 18,000 he will drive them to him. So kill me. Oh my gosh. ADE, my man. Where are you from? Like, where are you? Did you say earlier where you're from? Let me see here. Sometimes it's a lot easier to have a conversation with people in Tacoma, Washington. Did you buy locally, or you're waiting 5 months? Who did you buy from? I'd like to know, so we know who to kind of stay away from. But damn, man, you kind of, I don't know. I mean, I hope you did your due diligence. Maybe it's just a lot more expensive to get things shipped up there to you. I don't know. But around here, prices are different here, of course. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, a new fit 20 yard should run you, between $4,500 and $5,500 probably max. I'd say, yeah, about that for a 20 yard. 15 yard between 3,500 and 4,500. Even with steel prices that went up, plus tax, plus shipping. So correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Let me know what you guys are paying. But 18 grand, dude. Like, I don't know, man. That seems like a lot. And to wait 5 months. Do you have any other dumpsters? Let me know a little bit more about what your business is. Downspeed or high speed says down from $44.95 for a 15 yard and $49.95. So it did go down a little bit. Yeah, so prices for steel has gone down, and it's a combo. Usually a combo, most places are charging an extra $250 to $500 to add a hook and the doghouse. So if Daniel's in the watching the video, still it's a doghouse, not what do you call it today? Dog hut? I don't remember what you called it, but it was funny. Let's see here. And Charles says he's got NVIDIA and at IPO. So NVIDIA, man, I wish I would have jumped on NVIDIA, because I think that was, and correct me if I'm wrong again, but it has something to do with like the microchips and all that stuff. And NVIDIA has something to do with Microsoft, which obviously owns ChatGPT. So as that technology continues to go up, this is not any kind of financial advice, because I suck at remembering things like this, but as ChatGPT increases to be popular, they're going to sell more and more of those NVIDIA chips. Am I right? I know a lot. I know a little bit about a lot of things, but I don't know a lot about anything, really, to be honest with you. No more stock talk. Gotcha. I bought them from a company out of British Columbia, $2,000 for shipping. So 16. You still paid $8,000 a piece for 2 dumpsters. What is going on, Dana? Long time no see. Hope you are doing good. Long time follower, man. I appreciate you as always. We're kind of just hanging out. I talked a little bit about how if you're just joining the feed or the video, I talked a little bit about how there's just an influx of inventory out there right now, and it's a good opportunity to buy. And if you're not in the position to buy now, keep this in mind for next winter. Right around December, November, December, January is a time when a lot of people, again, over leverage themselves. They need to get out from under their equipment. It's a good opportunity, a good time to buy. $2,200 for a 30 yard. I can't even buy the raw steel for that, let alone build one. That's true. Very true, which is why, again, sometimes you just find really great deals in the used market. Absolutely not. Put a mini roll off on the stretch limo truck. Now that would be unique. Now, if I still had a trailer, I would. Um, when I rented that mini excavator yesterday, I was thinking about just for a video purpose, kind of hook it up to the limo and drive it around and do a little drone footage and see if that draws some attention to try and sell it. But I did do it. I was pushed for time. I've got this really big French drain or this drainage issue in my house where it rains, my entire porch gets flooded. So I'm adding this French drain to the front of the porch between the driveway and the porch itself. And I'll post a video of this on my Facebook page. If you guys don't haven't friended me on actual Facebook, my personal Facebook page, I wouldn't put it on the business one, but I'll post it on there. You can friend request me, and I'll add you. But it's literally about it wraps around the house to the back of the house, kind of on a back piece of land where hopefully it'll drain to the pond, and it's graded that way to kind of flow towards the pond. But it's probably about 200 feet, and I wanted the entire section to be gravel with a French drain underneath, so I don't have to continue to cut the grass in these little sections right there, and make the entire thing kind of a drain. So hopefully that'll stop the water from flooding in my porch. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. That would be pretty fun. So if anybody wants to help, I still have to put the drains in. I've got to figure out how I'm going to create the pitch, right? Because they say 1 inch for every 10 feet. So measure it with a piece of string or something like that. I don't know. This is not a landscape channel, but that's what I plan on doing. Also, I have seen skid steers and equipment going up for sale a lot too. Really good time to buy. The best time of the year to buy equipment, used equipment, is literally right now, in the wintertime. Same thing for boats, right? You don't want to buy a boat during springtime when it starts getting nice out, right? Same thing for RVs. You don't want to buy one of those during summertime because they're going to jack up the price. So work all year, save. Come wintertime, that's when it's time for you to buy used equipment. That's nothing new. This is not like groundbreaking stuff, but this is why you're seeing a lot of things going up for sale right now. Literally, it's why you're seeing a bunch of stuff going up for sale. People just got to get out from under it. End of the day. It's all part of the upsell. We ask customers, what are they doing? Yeah, absolutely. That's when you offer other services. So you've got to. So I'm actually working right now on a customer service rep script, or a little. I had one for my limo company, and I think that's really needed for how should people answer the phones in this industry. So many people are so rude on the phone. They just spit out prices. They don't really. There's no customer experience at all. So I've been working on this course, I guess you can call it, where this course where I will, it's like a literally 9-part lesson where I'm kind of going over the entire lesson plan of how somebody should answer phones, how somebody should, speak to customers. And this is a good part about it. A good point that he made. You have to have a conversation with the customer. You've got to create rapport with the customer. That creates trust, which in turn creates a sale, hopefully. But people do business with people, not businesses, right? So asking them so many times leads to upsells or other types of services that you can sell, or other types of offerings that you can give the customer. Sometimes it's not all about making money or something like that. Sometimes you can just tell them something is better for their situation than even what you can provide. If somebody's looking for a different type of service, or after speaking to them that they probably need more of a front-end load type of dumpster than a roll-off, maybe you should provide them that service or that rapport and say, hey, look, I don't offer that service, but I would suggest you call this company. It's, first of all, it's just human nature to be nice to somebody, right? But hopefully that person notices that you're being helpful and will remember that later on down the road. I don't know. Again, this is not groundbreaking stuff, just stuff that you would not find out if you were just kind of spitting out a price when somebody calls you. You've got to ask questions. You've got to determine. You've got to qualify the customer. You've got to qualify them as a buyer, or qualify them as an actual customer, and say, okay, this customer will fit with this type of dumpster, or they're doing a remodel or something like that. You also could find out for future businesses, is this just like a one-time deal? Is this going to be like, do you think it's going to be multiple dumpsters? You don't have to ask them that, but just in the conversation, you should be able to pick that up. If they're doing a whole house remodel, you know that's going to be probably a multiple dumpster job, not just a one-off. If they're just cleaning out the garage because they got family coming in next week, then that's probably just going to be a one-off job. Um, but creating that rapport with the customer creates trust. Bottom line, you're doing more for that customer than 99% of other companies that they're calling around, and they're going to remember you when it comes time to actually make a decision on who to book a dumpster with. Is it going to be the guy who kind of brushed off the customer, just kind of spit out a price to get them off the phone, rush them off, or is it going to be the guy who actually spent a little bit of time, found out about the customer, send them a quote via email that they can look at, and send them a sizing guide or something that actually helps them out. Huge important topic. So working on that course. Hopefully it'll be out in the next month or so. But it's really important to be able to, just like I said, to just talk. Just talk to a customer. But very good point, intro. I think that was intro. Okay, ADE might be talking about Canadian pesos and its pricing. Are we talking dollars, or I don't even know what Canadian? Well, isn't Canadian money? Yeah, Canadian money is more. Isn't it valued more than? Anyways, what's up, Dan Clapper? How you doing, buddy? Long time as well. Keystone just had a 20-yard for $4,400 and a 25 for 47. To purchase 25, I'll buy 20 yards and drive them to you. I can be there on Monday for less than 18,000. Ram 12E says, I am a full-time remodel company and needed some dumpsters, so I bought 3 and a trailer. I'm going to rent them out when not in use, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for all the info. Look, if that's all you're doing, Ram, at the end of the day, that's good business, right? I mean, you're using it for yourself, and then you're kind of making a little extra couple bucks on the side, renting it out. Next thing you know, it might be a viable business for you, and it might be hopefully even grow even better than your remodel company, maybe. Or if not, worst case scenario is you are saving money by doing your own dumpsters at the end of the day. Lots of ways to make money with these dumpsters, not just trash, but again, you can haul material, you can haul skid steers, you can haul equipment, you can haul wood chips for gardens during the springtime. You can do all kinds of stuff, but absolutely a good idea. If I had my own construction business or something like that, obviously I use my own dumpsters for my own remodels. It saves time, and I don't have to pay somebody else. Why not? Dana says he always has cash on hand to acquire equipment at the right price. Absolutely. You've got to save up the entire year. You've got to save up a little bit. Bent Iron says Canadian pesos, and he laughs. That's why I was like, wait a minute. We aren't that bad up here yet. I've heard some things about Canada, and y'all's man, there's some crazy stuff going down in Ecuador right now. I don't know if anybody's following that. I'm Puerto Rican. I don't have any really ties to Ecuador, but those are some good people down there. So kind of sucks to hear all that stuff that's going on. But that's how civil war can literally break out. Whether it be civil war, or, gangs like that. I don't know. Letting all these people through. Don't even get me started with letting all these people through our borders, and you don't know who's coming in. Next thing you know, we've got the same kind of situation happening here. Rick says, for your 30-yard containers, do you ever rent them out for new construction? Me? Absolutely. I don't care. I rent them out for new construction, old construction, used construction. I rent them out for whatever. I've done my 30s. I was doing a high rise up in Dallas, new construction high rise. That was a really good gig. Weird situation though. There was another dumpster company there that was doing they had about 10 other dumpsters throughout the property, and when I saw it, I was trying to take the business. And then the guy that was booking me was actually the janitorial service he had a janitorial service email address, so he owned the company that did the janitorial. But they were using him to book some dumpsters. I don't know whatever happened there. That guy was kind of being a stickler, didn't want to pay overages, even though I only had one dumpster there. Another company had 10. So I stopped doing dumpsters there. But I do dumpsters for everything, man. New construction, old construction, don't matter. Dan Clapper said I called a CDL school locally, Washington State, and they mentioned they have a $2,000 grant to help with school costs. Very exciting news to me. Wonder if other states have this. I haven't heard of that, Dan Clapper, but I believe Texas has a program where if you are a criminal and you come out of jail, not a criminal, but if you're coming out of jail, what do you call that? Going back into society, they pay for the entire CDL school. And actually, the CDL school I was going to, they had a couple of those guys there, super nice guys. Never judge a book by its cover, but super nice guys. Everything was covered. Not only was their books, I mean, not books didn't cost anything, but their course completely covered for. Their behind the wheel was covered for. Their testing fees were covered for. They were also getting paid to attend the CDL school. It was minimal. It was like a minimum wage type deal. But they were still getting paid to attend the CDL school by this program. So that's here in Texas. I don't know if that's everywhere. But, I'm sure that there is a lot of programs out there apparently like that, or like you're talking about here, Dan Clapper. I'm not saying yours is for criminals, but I paid, I want to say, man, see, I already forgot. I think it was like $2,800. I went to a school out of Arlington called CDL or Truck God, CDL school. And again, it was a Class B. So if I wanted to go for Class A, it was going to cost me more. It was 3 days of in classroom studying the books and all that stuff. And then the rest of it was go at your own pace behind the wheel. So you had to first learn the pre-trip, go through all the pre-trip, the different, the front, the sides, the rears, all that stuff. I didn't have to do the trailer pre-trip because I only did Class B. Then after the pre-trip was signed off that I passed all that pre-trip stuff, I did a simulator. I think I had to do 10 hours in a simulator. And then I got to do behind the wheel after that. So it was, what do you call that? Like road skills, parallel park, stuff like that. And then on the road with a driver. It was a good time. It wasn't too bad. The hardest part was the pre-trip. Learning exactly how they want you to say what they want you to say was kind of a pain in the ass. There was a lot of stuff. JJ says, I do rent for new construction, but it's not a money maker because I charge a monthly rate plus one dump. They sit for 6 months. Guaranteed money, though. Okay, so if that's what you were talking about, yeah, I still don't do that. I don't do the kind of new construction where they sit for quite a long time. All my stuff is pretty much 7 or 10 days. 10 days on the 30 yards because those guys are used to a little bit longer. Anything after that, I only charge $10 a day for the 30s. And then I charge more for the 15s and the 20s because those are more residential homeowner type stuff. But for contractors, I only charge $10 a day extra for the 30s. But yeah, nobody gets... I don't have enough cans to have them... I mean, if you looked at my yard right now, I probably got like 12 to 15 sitting there. So I'm about 50%. But with that being said, like I still don't have enough cans for anybody to just sit on them for 6 months. There's no way because it's going to pick up pretty soon, and hopefully. And I'm not going to let them sit anywhere for 6 months. That's just if you have a lot of cans where you can do that, then better at the customer's place than at your yard. But I wouldn't want to do that. Not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's 30. I wouldn't do it right now. Part of building business is building processes for success. Those processes or standard processes can be adjusted and improved as your business grows. I write mine in pencil, easy to change. And Tro, there was a good show that I used to watch. I forgot the Prophet. He would always talk about people, processes, and profit. I think those three things. People, process. I don't think profit was right, but absolutely, you got to have the right people. You got to have the right processes in place. Way too many P's. Frank from Nashville, what is up, Frank? So listen, again, Frank, if you are in Nashville, if you have a dumpster business, we will be in Nashville at the end of this month. So I will be in Nashville January 29th, February 1st, and 2nd, where we will be attending DRS Con and hitting up the main strip and hitting up those bars. So it's going to be pretty good time. So if you're out there, come out to DRS Con, pay me a visit, and say what's up, man. I will be buying the first round of drinks on me. Gotta run. I'm about out too. Remember, guys, if you guys like this, I am still about, let's see, let me double check before we leave. Pretty nice. I just got a 5-star review on Google. Love getting those. Nothing. You can't see nothing here. Nope. But let's look here again. I want to see where we stand before I sign off here. Let's see here. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hitting that thumbs up. I'm still 15 away from hitting 15,000 subs, guys. 15,000 subscribers. Definitely appreciate you guys. I'm stoked. Hey, before I go, though, next week, next Wednesday, I am going to have Magnet, the guys from Magnate, on the channel. 2 guys, awesome dudes. They're going to go over, you're not going to want to miss this one, y'all. They're going to go over free ways to improve your SEO on your website, things that you can do today to kind of improve your standings on Google, things that they're going to go over, all things that have to do with your website and how to rank. Google Business Profile, they're going to go over all that stuff. So, again, absolutely 100% free. They're going to go over and they're going to give us a free tutorial lesson on secrets, tips, tricks on how to rank up our websites and how to beat the competition on Google. So you guys aren't going to want to miss that one. I feel like I'm giving an infomercial for next week, but it is what it is. So next week, 7 p.m. next Wednesday, I will be here. Frank says he's a docket boy. So no offense. I don't take any offense. I won't knock you for that. Docket is good too, man. I do like Brian. Docket is good over there. The only thing that gets me a little bit is how they price per truck. But yeah, they got a great software. They've really improved. They've done really good over the years. That's all I gotta say. When I first used them, it was a minimal software. I paid $50 a month, and they've really knocked it out of the park. I think they're doing a great thing over there. And I am Boricua. Yes, sir, 100%. Well, I was born here, but 100% both parents born and raised in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I don't think you're a criminal, Dan. That was just a fun fact that you reminded me of, but pretty cool. And yeah, absolutely, the pre-trip was insane. That was the hardest part. Again, just saying things exactly how they wanted to hear was kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. Most of the things, if I have something that breaks down, I would call a mechanic and have them come out. I don't think I needed to know every single part or what a I don't know, a clave was, or I don't know, half that stuff that they wanted you to learn. But anyways, it's over with. I'm not gonna remember half the stuff that I did for my CDO, but I do remember the pre-trip and checking all that stuff. So it's good. So anyways, guys, with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. Please share this video because, again, we are 15 away from hitting 15,000 subs. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, next week, 7 o'clock, we will be here with the Magnate boys from Magnate Productions. They're probably going to give some free stuff away. Don't quote me on that, but those guys like to, their whole motto is free. They like to give away a lot of stuff for free, and hopefully they become a staple in this industry for anybody that needs SEO work. So stay tuned for that one. And yeah, make sure you guys check out the video on the Corsicana house I just posted. A little short on the Corsicana house so you guys can see the update. Loving the way that house is turning out. Give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. Until next time, guys, we'll see you on the next one.